The air in a family courtroom is thick with unspoken rules. You stand there, a father, trying to hold on to the most important thing in your life, your children. The judge, a stranger, will decide your future in minutes. This person holds the power to sever your daily connection with your kids. You've prepared your case, your documents, your truth. But a cold feeling creeps in. You sense the outcome was decided long before you walked in. Many fathers know this feeling. The system is not neutral. You're seen as a stereotype, the provider, the weekend dad. The specifics of your love and involvement seem to matter less than the unwritten script. A script that says mothers are nurturers and fathers are financiers. This is not about your ex-partner, it's about a system with a default setting. That setting often removes the father from the home and limits his time. Every piece of evidence you present feels like a pebble against a tidal wave. The judge's expression is unreadable. The lawyers speak in riddles. You're told this is justice, but it feels like a slow dismantling of your family. The gavel falls. The sound splits your world in two. Your time with your children is now measured in weekends and holidays. Your home, once filled with laughter, will now sit empty most of the time. You're ordered to pay support, willing to do so, but feel pushed to the margins of your children's lives. You walk out not with closure, but with a profound sense of injustice. The fight has just begun.
For many fathers, this is the reality of family court.
On paper, custody laws promise equality and gender neutrality. They claim to focus on the best interests of the child. The law says there should be no preference for one gender. It sounds perfect. A system where a loving father has an equal shot. But this promise is often broken.
The laws are vague, giving judges immense power to interpret best interests. Biases, conscious and unconscious, come into play. Generations of social conditioning see mothers as nurturers, fathers as providers. These stereotypes don't vanish because a law says so.
Judges often fall back on traditional assumptions when deciding custody. The law doesn't say favor the mother, but the interpretation often does.
The system creates an unofficial preference as powerful as any written rule. Fathers enter believing the field is level, but soon discover the scales are tipped.
The gender-neutral language becomes a cruel irony, masking gender-biased outcomes.
The law may be blind, but those who apply it are not.
The primary caregiver standard sounds logical. Keep kids with the parent who handles daily needs. But for many fathers, it's a trap. Society expected them to be breadwinners, showing love through providing. Mothers often took on more hands-on caregiving by mutual agreement. In court, this partnership is turned against fathers. The standard doesn't value financial contributions as care. Instead, it focuses on hands-on tasks, putting fathers at a disadvantage.
If a father focuses on his career, he's labeled a secondary parent. If he pulls back, he's criticized for not providing.
The standard is a relic, failing to recognize modern co-parenting and diverse contributions. It needs to be retired.
Fathers shouldn't be punished for fulfilling the roles society assigned them.
After separation, courts issue temporary orders. Who stays in the home? Who has the kids? These are meant to be short-term, but often become permanent. Once a temporary order is set, it creates a new status quo. If the mother gets primary custody, the father becomes the visitor. By the final hearing, this arrangement is the child's new normal. Judges, valuing stability, often make temporary orders permanent.
The father's fate is sealed by that first hasty order. This creates a frantic race for favorable temporary orders, encouraging strategic behavior.
Fathers who leave the home to keep the peace often find their absence seen as forfeiture. Temporary orders become permanent heartbreak.
The system rewards quick moves, not fairness. In family court, innocent until proven guilty is often reversed.
Allegations of abuse or neglect can strip a father's rights instantly. No conviction needed.
Judges can issue emergency orders on mere suggestion with a low standard of proof.
This err on the side of caution approach is ripe for exploitation. A parent can make a false claim to gain advantage, and the father is presumed guilty.
He must spend thousands and months proving he's not a danger.
While he fights, temporary orders keep him away, eroding his bond with his children.
Even if cleared, the damage is done. The status quo has shifted.
There's little penalty for false claims, creating a powerful incentive to use them as weapons.
A father's relationship can be held hostage by a single, unproven accusation. It's a terrifying reality.
The system's caution too often becomes injustice. Innocent fathers pay the price. We want to believe custody battles are about love, but money is a powerful driver.
The system links custody to child support. More time means less to pay or more to receive. This creates a financial incentive to fight for custody. The parent with less income seeks primary custody for higher support. The higher earner, often the father, fights to avoid punitive payments. The law, trying to provide for children, ends up encouraging conflict. Children become pawns in a financial game. Formulas rarely account for the father's cost of living or maintaining a home for the kids. Fathers can feel reduced to ATMs, their value measured by their paycheck. Children should be supported, but tying support so directly to custody poisons cooperation.
The system's financial incentives fuel conflict, not co-parenting. The legal and financial battles are exhausting, but the emotional toll is far worse.
Your child is out there, growing, but you're not there to see it. You miss the small moments, the building blocks of your relationship.
This loss creates a silent epidemic of pain among fathers. Men are conditioned not to show vulnerability, so they suffer in silence.
Seeing other fathers with their kids feels like a knife in the heart. Holidays become days of sadness, not celebration.
Forced separation leads to depression, anxiety, and loss of identity. Fathers feel they've failed in their most important mission.
The system tells them they're non-essential, and they begin to believe it.
The assumption that children need only one primary parent is the source of this suffering. When courts sever a father's bond, it harms both father and child.
This silent grief wounds the heart of the family. The system is failing fathers and children, but it doesn't have to be this way.
Reforms aren't about giving fathers more rights, but about true equality.
The law should presume shared parenting, 50-50 custody, unless there's evidence of abuse.
This would eliminate financial incentives to fight and encourage cooperation.
Judges need clear, objective standards that value both parents' contributions.
Temporary orders should be limited and not become the basis for final decisions.
False allegations must have real consequences: fines, loss of custody time, even criminal charges.
These reforms aren't radical. They're rooted in the idea that children deserve both parents.
The road to reform is long, but it's a fight we must win.
True equality benefits everyone: fathers, mothers, and most of all, children.
The time for change is now.
The fight for fairness in family court is more than legal. It's about reclaiming fatherhood.
We are not visitors or secondary parents. We are and always will be fathers.
This fight requires us to speak our truth and share our stories, not to complain, but to educate.
We must support fellow fathers, creating networks of legal and emotional support.
We must also be the change, fully involved in every aspect of our children's lives. By being present, we create a new reality and powerful evidence of our role.
This is not a battle against mothers, but against a system that hurts everyone.
Our goal is not victory, but balance. Not to win, but to co-parent.
The fight for legal equality is the fight for our children's future.
It's about giving them the gift they deserve most, a lifetime of love from both parents.
The time to act is now.
Stand up, speak out, and fight for your children.
Together we can change the system.
Our children are counting on us.
Let's give them the future they deserve.